Hi, today I'm going to look at some of my favourite Smiths guitar songs by Johnny Marr, and I'm going to play everything on this acoustic guitar just to get the bare sort of bones of what he was playing. He was a big multi-tracker, so it would be impossible for me to play some of the songs in their entirety just on one guitar. He did tune up quite a lot. I'm just going to use a capo on this to do some of the tuning up songs. Really brilliant guitar part writer. Didn't really go in for flashy guitar solos, power chords, or these sort of cliched rock guitar stuff. He didn't bother with any of that. With some really rich melodies, rich textures, some lovely, beautiful chords in some of the songs. Just a really unique guitar player, really. I don't think anyone has before or since sort of sounded anything like, especially the stuff he did during the Smiths. I could listen to it all day, and I have done. Anyway, let's crack on. I'm going to go on to the first song now, and I'll do a little bit of background on each one. Not a lesson exactly, but just my sort of view on each riff. Here we go, here's the first one. Okay, that was Hand in Glove, one of their first breakthrough songs, Smiths that is, and it's a pretty straightforward riff really. Does feel like it was kind of a bit of a band jam type song, but I could be wrong. But it's just 3 chords really. It's just sort of playing off a D, sus2, but he kind of does this melodic thing with it, and then on the C, instead of just strumming the C, he makes it melodic. So obviously the Smiths only have one guitar player most of the time. They did bring in a guy called Craig Gannon for some live stuff, just to, as I said, there was a lot of multi-tracking going on, just to replicate some of the parts in the studio. But early on, Johnny would do everything himself. Yet the chords and the melodies would all be played by himself. This is a really good example of that. Brilliant, brilliant, but simple guitar part. So that's the intro to Bigmouth Strikes Again. Brilliant acoustic guitar part by Johnny Marr. Capo on 4th fret, and he's just a few open chords as usual. A minor, he does a C, little finger on the 3rd fret as well, and then he kind of slides that up 2 frets, off, back to A minor, and we got an F, which I'm just going to hook my thumb over rather than do that. And I can do the, and we're going to go for a G then, so it's just a pretty straightforward chord progression on this. Oh, what a lovely couple of chords there. Let's go through those. Just 2 chords. So we've got an E minor add 9, basically a C add 9, but then we're going to put an F sharp in there as well. Answers on a postcard to what that chord is called. I just think it sounds lovely. Punch it in Guitar Pro, I'll give you a name for it, there you go. So he's kind of just extended that E add 9 and sort of turned it into a C but left the F sharp on. Lovely. There we go. That's the outro for a song called Pretty Girls Make Graves, which is on the Smiths' first album. Not a particularly remarkable song, but this outro is absolutely lovely. Okay, that one is These Things Take Time, and there's a really great version of this song on the Hatful of Hollow album from the, I believe it's the David Jensen sessions. The two versions. This is more like the one from the album Louder Than Bombs. They're quite different versions. Just quite straightforward. Chordal riff. G to A and then C to D. I love this little cadence here. There's like two different parts going on there, I think. There we go. What a great song. That's Stop Me If You Think You've Heard This One Before from the Smiths' final album. And this is an unbelievable chord progression we got. I'll read out the chords as they are. The capo is on 3rd fret, so I'm going to call this A, but really it's a C. A, E minor, E minor 7, isn't it? E minor 7, and then a C. It's really a D, but he kind of, I'm going to just slide up to there, just to get that little extra couple of open strings on there. And then, this is the brilliant bit, he goes to what is either an E flat minor or an E flat minor 7. I'm doing E flat minor 7. And then to an E. So going to this chord in this key is a really clever chord progression, I think. And just does this lovely melodic chord playing all the time. Really love this stuff. There we go. Great song, brilliant song. Wow, what a guitar part. That's the Headmaster Ritual from the Meat is Murder album. Just do a little bit of explaining what on earth is going on here. He's tuned the guitar to an open E. I'm using a capo. I've tuned mine to an open E flat and then capoed it up on the first fret, so it's now an open E major chord. So we've got these lovely chords which you couldn't possibly play if you were in standard tuning. And then there's a lovely riff playing off the open chord. And then this is my favourite bit, this two chords, wow. I'm not going to name these chords, I haven't got a clue. I've got a rough idea of the sort of like a C sharp minor type thing. Like A major 7, I think. Just absolutely gorgeous chords though. Brilliant. There we go, that was Back to the Old House, and different style for Johnny on this. He's using finger style. I've heard he was fond of the guitar playing of folky Bert Jansch, and you can really hear it on this song, definitely. But even though he's using the finger style, the types of sort of open chords he's using are very, especially sort of sliding open chords. And the way that he turns the chords into sort of a melodic thing. Melodic chord playing, lovely. There we go, that was That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore. Definitely one of my favourite Smith songs to play. If I pick up an acoustic guitar and I got a capo, I'll often be found playing this one. I kind of got my own way of playing it. There's lots of different guitar parts going on in this one. I think he's using a similar kind of chord riff to Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now with this one. there we go, that's that one. Go, that's the Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, so lovely major 7th chords on this one. And then we got a similar riff, as I said on an earlier clip, to That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore, where he's playing this sort of A major chord shape. And then riffing off the open string. So that's obviously This Charming Man, probably the Smiths' most famous song. Brilliant little guitar part. It's a bit different to the other guitar stuff that Johnny does. It's more high up the neck and lots of little double stops. And high, very high arpeggios. Normally he's down the neck here. And even the outro, I love this outro. And the end in there, really not typical of your 80s fade out type song. This song just stops with a really bold ending. Great song though. I think this guitar part is a huge part, this really hooky guitar part. As soon as you hear that on the radio, you know exactly what song's going to be played. Brilliant song. There we go, that comes to the end of my little compilation list in no particular order. Yeah, Johnny Marr, really underrated guitar player, I think. You know, as I said in the beginning of the video, he doesn't go for all the flashy stuff, big solos, power chords, but especially if you listen to the later couple of Smiths albums, really orchestral approach to the guitar. There's layers and layers of parts on top of each other. He was obviously in the studio for hours and hours and hours, just laying part upon part upon part, just creating this wall of sound. Really unique sound. There we go. I may do some more in-depth tutorials on some of these songs at a later date, but thank you very much for watching, and please, if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. Bye for now.